Hey guys, so it's Saturday the 26th of October. Thursday was, I want to say, my 15th shot, so 14 weeks on T. And the dreaded acne, as you may or may not be able to tell, has begun. I honestly don't know where the hell it came from. I didn't think I was past it or anything. It's just, it sprung up. I woke up one day and I had acne. It was very instantaneous. It's really along the border of my face, my jawline and my hairline. Hoping that means that I'm actually getting hair on my jawline, but I don't know. Yeah, so that's one change that I guess it's my first change that I'm really concerned about or that I don't like. But, I'll just go buy some products and stuff. My doctor prescribed me this stuff called Clindoxyl gel, which is great. It's kind of like spot treatment, you put it on your bad areas before you go to bed, and when you wake up, it's considerably reduced and or gone, which is awesome. The only two things that are kind of downside are that there's bleach in the stuff, so it stains the crap out of whatever you're wearing or your bed, your sheets and your pillowcase and stuff. And it's not covered by insurance, which means it's expensive. It's this tiny little tube about that big, and it's comes to about $70 after taxes, and lasts 2 months. So whatever, it's worth it to not look like a prepubescent teenage boy. Yeah, so acne is change number one. Change number two is very exciting because I've actually noticed that my stomach fat distribution is changing a little bit. I have been training every day, so I know that that's a factor, but the tea is definitely changing the shape of my stomach. So I'm hoping, for those of you that don't know, this is slightly embarrassing, but I still live with my dad, and I'm trying to convince him to get a rowing machine, so that I could do some cardio in the house, which would be fantastic, and hopefully that'll get rid of the hip dysphoria that's been happening for me a lot lately. So yeah, that's pretty much all the report for changes, the body fat distribution and the lovely acne problems. I'm going to a Halloween party tonight at my sister's place, and I'll know, I'm bringing a friend with me, so I'll know her, obviously, and I know a few of my sister's friends, but most of the people that are coming are her boyfriend's friends and people that I haven't met yet. So they probably know about me in the sense that they knew my sister had a sister that is now a brother, and I'm not so much dreading or anxious about meeting new people because I feel like I pass enough now for there to not be any hesitation, and I know that none of her my sister's super cool, and I know that she would probably disown people if they weren't accepting of my transition, so I'm not nervous about meeting people. What I'm worried about is that for reasons that I am now regretting, I decided to dress up as Peter Pan and spent a lot of time making my costume, but as you know, Peter Pan wears tights, and I'm not sure if I should pack or not. I've made a tunic type thing that goes over, it kind of goes to mid-thigh, so it'll cover that area, but I'm very aware that if I were a cis male wearing a Peter Pan costume, it would be very obvious that I had a package. So I'm kind of trying to decide what to do about that. I'm gonna bring my packer. I'm going over early to get ready with my sister. I don't think I'll ask her what she thinks, but I'll definitely try on the costume with the packer and without the packer and see what works best. But yeah, I didn't really think the whole tights thing through before I decided what to be. I originally wanted to be Doctor Who, the 10th Doctor, but that ended up being too expensive, having to buy a suit and a trench coat and a sonic screwdriver and all that. And somehow Peter Pan was the next logical step. I'm not really sure why. But yeah, so 14 weeks into this jazz, Like I said, acne is pretty much the first change that I haven't liked, so I'm okay with it for now. And still working on top surgery. The latest update for that is that McLean's away right now. He's away until November 11th, so regardless of what my hematologist says, I'm going to have to wait until mid-November to talk to McLean. And he, like the hematologist himself who said he'd talk to McLean, is going to have to wait till then as well, obviously. So it's just a waiting game now. Every day that goes by, I'm getting more and more nervous that McLean could still say no. Like, even if everything's okay with me medically and my hematologist writes a letter that says I'm cleared for surgery or whatnot, he can still say no, and his anesthesiologist could still say no. So, hoping for the best, but expecting the worst as usual. Anyways, I have to go do some grocery shopping, and yeah, hope you guys are all having a great weekend, and I'll talk to you with a new update soon.